our ForgeBox module of the week, and this one's a new one. And I was going to see if you could pronounce it, but I put it in the show notes so we know how to pronounce it.
I've never known there was a way to pronounce that as a single word. I always just read PKCE in my head. People call that PIXIE. I mean, it makes sense. I've never heard anybody say it.
Well, that's what Matt Gifford said, and so I believe him. So Matt Gifford has published this new thing.
You know what? Matt Gifford was one of the biggest casualties of CF Summit being way too short. He was at CF Summit, and I literally didn't see him the entire time until we were like literally walking out of the hotel to go eat and go to the airport. And I looked like, "Oh, hey, Matt, you've been here. How's it going?" And we're like, "All right, bye."
Yeah.
And that was it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I went Matt Gifford, and it reminded me of that.
I went to his session. He was doing the OAuth 2 talk, and one of the things he talked about in there is how the original specification changed. And so there's like, he had a slide, I think I posted on Twitter, where there's the original specification, and there was like one, update, and then another update, and then another update, and another update, and then if you're using mobile, you have to do this update, and then it mentioned PIXIE. I'm like, what the heck is this? So trying to keep up with all the OAuth stuff. So the PIXIE generator is a CFML component to generate or verify a proof key for code exchange, or a PIXIE challenge pair. And so this is part of his code. He's doing quite a lot of work with OAuth 2. He does a lot of work with DistroKid and on their OAuth setup, and he does quite a lot of OAuth 2 stuff, so he's sort of the OAuth guy. And so, yeah, this sounds like something I'm going to be using pretty soon. We're going to up our OAuth game, and I'm installing this one.
I'm a little confused on exactly when I'd use it. And I only say that because I've done several OAuth integrations for people doing like single sign-on. I'm working on one right now, and I've never actually needed to. I mean, I see the acronym, this PIXIE acronym. I've never actually needed to generate anything.
I believe it's used when you're doing non-private situations. So when you're doing JavaScript, you can't really hide the keys. You can't hide behind proxies. Like the server side, we get spoiled because our secret keys are secret. We go server, HTTPS, and so they have a different flow. You kind of use a PIXIE instead of the secret key, and that's sort of like a short-lived authentication key that you'll check on both sides. Kind of like an Authy when you log in, two-factor type setup. It's that makes style sense for mobile phones and stuff.
The server side OAuth flow, you'll hit like an authorization endpoint, you'll get an authorization code, and then you go get your token with that, but you pass the client secret with that, which obviously you wouldn't do that flow on a JavaScript front end.
Yep, same with mobile phones that can get backwards reverse engineered and everything else. So that's kind of the flow of it. And Adobe apparently is going to be getting people presenting their talks very soon, and so hopefully he'll be doing his one. So that's the PIXIE, and it's part of the OAuth 2 talk that he did at CF Summit. So yeah, just a cool little module. And again,
nice. And it looks like this isn't even a ColdFusion module. It's just a thing you can just directly create the CFCs and use them.
Yep, so I might have to make a little module that incorporates that as part of my
CF
he
doesn't even have a box.json. Come on, Matt.
What's he doing?
No, he has a box.json. I meant a module config. If you just put the PIXIE CFC in a modules folder, slap in an empty module config, then it would also be a working ColdFusion module without losing any of the other functionality.
Yeah, just a module config should do it, right? Because when you install it, we put it in a module if it's the box.json.
Well, but then it wouldn't map the CFC, which is why I said put it in the modules folder.
Oh, I thought you said put it in a modules folder. I was like, you don't need the modules.
No, I just slur my speech when I've been drinking too much.
Okay, well, I haven't
had green tea. I swear, it's green tea.
I haven't had enough caffeine, so my hearing isn't working yet either. So, anyways,
oops, now I'm hitting my microphone.
Yep, for sure. So,
moving on.
Yeah, if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to post the link into our chat right now, and then that was our ForgeBox module of the week, brought to you by Modernize or Die podcast, CFML News Edition, proudly sponsored by Order Solutions. You can see the new episodes every week on cfmlnews.modernizeordie.io or on the Order Solutions YouTube channel.